Welcome back, Yeshua lovers. About 3 years ago, I did a video on these standalone oliphant tub, not these standalone oliphant tubs with a Chaf and a Mem on them, but I did it on 1 Samuel 10:18. Well, in this week's Torah portion, we have a little section in Exodus 6 that has 6 of them together. And I want to show you these, but let's recap what I had shown 13 of you who have seen that video. Again, hold on just a second, and we'll go to 1 Samuel 10:18. All right, here we are at 1 Samuel 10, verse 18, and I'm going to begin reading at verse 17. To give it a little context, here are our two standalone Aleph, Tav, Chaf, Mems right here. But our verse reads, Then Samuel called the people together to Yahovah at Mizpah, and said to the children of Israel, Thus says Yahovah, Elohai of Israel, I brought up Israel out of Egypt, and delivered you from the hand of the Egyptians. Delivered you has the Aleph and Tav, Chaf, Mem after it, and from the hand of all the kingdoms, and from those who oppressed you. And this Aleph and Tav, Chaf, Mem is behind oppressed you. But you have today rejected Elohim, plural, your Elohim, who himself saved you from all your adversities and your tribulations. And you have said to him, No, set a king over us. All right, you see how we're talking about Egypt and how he delivered them from the oppression, etc. And we have our two Aleph, Tav, Chaf, Mems in these verses. All right, let's go back to Exodus 6. All right, just to do a little recap, here's our Aleph and Tav, the standalone Aleph and Tav, with the added Chaf, Mem. Just a quick recap, the Chaf means an open palm, and to cover is the action. The Mem Sofid, or the final Mem, represents water, and the action would be chaos. So, in the other video, I showed you how the Aleph and Tav, which represents Yeshua, having his hand covering the children of Israel from oppression. And we see that very clearly in this Torah portion. In Exodus 6, starting in verse 6, we have the Almighty saying to the children of Israel, Ani Yahovah, and he says, I will bring you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians. Here's our Ani Yahovah, and I will bring you out, Vahotzeti etchem, and I will bring you out under my hand, covering you, as in protection, from under the burden of the Egyptians. Mitachat sivlot, from under. Tachat is under, and sivlot. Then he says, I will rescue you from their bondage. Well, then we have Vahitzalti etchem, and I will rescue you, as in with his outstretched hand, from the bondage. And then he says, and I will redeem you, Vaga'alti. The Ga'al is redeem. Etchem, he's going to redeem Israel with his outstretched hand. And he actually says, I will redeem you with an outstretched arm and with great judgments. Then he says, I will take you. The lachakti. Lachak is take you. Etchem as my people, and I will be your Elohim. Then you shall know that Ani Yahovah Elohim, who brings you, and Ha-motzi, like Ha-motzi lechem, min ha'aretz, who brings you, etchem. A lot of y'all will recognize this word in the blessing over the bread, hamotzi lechem min haaretz, who brings forth bread from the earth. But in this, it's hamotzi, ethem, mitachat, from under, same as our mitachat here. Mitachat, sivlot, Mitzrayim, from under burden of the Egyptians. So he's bringing us out from the burdens of the Egyptians with his outstretched hand. And then he says, and I will bring you into the land which I swore to give to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So, and I will bring you, v'havei, ethem, and I will bring you to the land, El Haaretz. So, he is making it clear in this little section here that it is with his hand outstretched, protecting Israel, that he is doing all these things for Israel. And like we saw in 1 Samuel 10:18, he's referring back to this verse, these verses here, when he says that, but no, you rejected me once I did all these things for you. So, I just wanted to show all of y'all that it is Yeshua with his hand covering Israel, like in protection, that he will do all these things. And there is a time coming, which is commonly referred to as the Greater Exodus, when Yeshua will once again cover Israel with protection with his hand and bring us again to the land that he promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So, have hope, folks. It's Yeshua's open hand that covers us in protection. I hope you're having a blessed Shabbat, and Lahitraot.